Hello, and welcome to Monster Hunter Wilds, a game in which you hunt monster in the wild. So, in this episode of Hunts Explained, we are nearing the end. Only, well, I say nearing the end, but anyways, Shu Wu. Very hard to do ranged. Still dangerous in melee, but I prefer fighting him in melee. Let's get into his weaknesses and all of that jazz. No special attacks, but he doesn't need them. Like, he does not need them. He hunts guardians. Alright, you can break the head, you can break the mouth, you can break the front arms, right? The main things he attacks with, and you can sever every other tentacle, but not his main attacking ones. Okay. I haven't found the attack where he creates a wound spot, but there is something else he does. When he turns his body around and shows you his mouth, right? It's basically a very high risk, high reward play that you can do. If you deal a certain amount of damage, don't ask me how much, he will fall over, it will deal a massive amount of damage, and you just get to beat him up, right? But I haven't found like a attack where he creates a wound. For his attack pool, he has one move that he will use a lot if you're playing ranged, and that is two piercing attacks with his tentacles, and they have an insanely long range. Alright? Then he has a sweep, he has tentacle slam, he basically his tentacle tip turns into a fan and he throws out these daggers. He has a grab, which you can just mash out of, or if you have slinger ammo equipped, you can shoot your slinger ammo. However, because he's blind, I don't know if flash pods work, but you know me, flash pods for life on this channel. And I think that's... Oh, no. How could I forget? First off, the move I was talking about when he turns around and shows his mouth, right? After a delay, he will jump at you, and if you get hit, it deals a massive amount of damage. Also, he has like an instant version where he burrows into the ground, and then he will fall down from the top and jump at you immediately. And lastly, he can jump over you, like he crosses you and does a sweep. Or does he throw something at you? I honestly can't remember. It's one of the two. But that should cover his whole moveset. So, weapon-wise, do not bring Dragon. Ice is his weakness. And every weapon more or less does the same. But I found that ranged is hard to do against him. But that might just be a me issue. Poison super effective, sleep not so much, otherwise anything works. You can't flash him, you can't sonic bomb him, but both traps work. For this video, unfortunately, I do not have investigation or field survey, I don't have a tempered one, so I will have to just do the 5-star quest, the optional quest. I apologize. But yeah, let's get into the hunt. I think it's a super cool fight, but I struggled so much with him when I first fought him. I didn't card, but... Oh, I don't think I carded. Maybe I did. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just say I carded. But I was playing the bow and he wrecked my shit in. And I'm not gonna blame it on performance issues. The fight was just hard. But when I played it, I was thinking to myself, like, I think this is easier on melee. And when I did start fighting him in melee, it was way smoother. But again, it might literally just be a me issue. Maybe you are really good at fighting him ranged. I'm not. Give me that. Okay. Let me try something. Let me try to be funny. This should work, hopefully. Oh no, crystals are in the way. Okay, don't do what I just did. Okay, that's the jumping attack and he throws daggers. That's the piercing. Don't forget, there's a second one. Okay, I promise you most of the time there's a second one. Okay. That's the slam into sweep. Jump, he throws out a dagger. That's one pierce. Oh, is it because it's the optional quest and not like a proper open world one? Usually he does like 2 of those. He throws the daggers. That's the jumping sweep. That's the slam. That's the big sweep. Slam. Okay. That's the jumping sweep. Jumping sweep. Jumping sweep. Jumping sweep. Like, he's way easier in melee. I recommend fighting him in melee. What do I need to show you? I need to show you the... There's the mouth attack, and there's the jump. That deals a lot of damage. And if you manage to... There, when he does that, if you are close enough of using the ranged weapon, if you deal a certain amount of damage, he will get toppled over. That's the poke. And there's the second poke. It will deal a massive amount of damage. Jumping sweep. Big sweep. But yeah. That's more or less the fight. The issue with him is just he deals a shit ton of damage. It's not that he's complex. It's that when he does hit you, he does some sicko mode damage. That's the problem. But yeah. Double slam. Okay, we broke one off. Oh yeah, his head, by the way, is like a weak point. Like, it deals really good damage if you hit like the... I'm just gonna call it a crown, right? Like, if you hit that, you deal very good damage. But it can be iffy to hit. You can mount him as well. Let me see if I can... Okay. I was trying to show you what it looks like when you deal enough damage. I wasn't able to do it. But, yeah. Jumping attack. Delay. Block. Yeah. When he's in his base... Like in his hideout, what do you call it? In his home, right? He really likes to do the... He digs underground and then he does the jumping attack. He really likes to do that when he's in his base. Yeah, I apologize that I didn't find a tempered version. Would have been better for this video, but it's the same things. Just quicker and more damage. And by quicker, I mean like the cooldown between attacks is shortened, not... Yeah. Alright. Jumping sweep. Jumping sweep. But that's the fight. The problem is you can't flashbang, you can't sonic bomb, you can trap. So if you're someone that's fine with using traps, that's the tantrum attack, I guess. It's a small tantrum, but it is a tantrum. Yeah, if you're fine with using traps, keep him trapped. Beat him up. Okay. Slam across. Jumping sweep. And that's the fight. Me, I struggled with him. Literally, when I was using the bow, I struggled. But once I swapped to melee weapons, the fight became way easier. Like the difference, for me personally, I'm not saying you won't be able to beat him with, you will struggle with ranged weapons. But for me personally, I just swapped to melee weapons for this fight and it became very easy. He still looks very cool though. I don't think it's a negative when a monster doesn't have that many moves, necessarily. It can still be a great fight. They made sure that he's quick. Like, his cooldown between attacks is pretty short in comparison to many different monsters. And he hits hard. And you also can't, like, you can't flash him, right? So you need to really... Whenever there's an opening, you need to make sure to emphasize on that. And he also is very easy to... Well, I fucked it up when his mouth was open. But he's pretty easy to stagger and stun. And create wounds, right? Yeah, I know this isn't a tempered one, but I promise it's easy. He just hits hard and he's quick. But his moveset is not complicated, so this video will be... Well, it is longer than 10 minutes, but there's not much to talk about is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, this is his base, by the way. And if you are scared of blocking or dodging his jump attack when he digs down, what you can do is just grab the wedge beetles and play it safe. But yeah, that's the fight. Maybe I'll try to see if he does the... If he shows his mouth right now, I'll try to stagger him. But if not, then I'll just stop. No. Come on. I'll wait for 2 more attacks. Okay, that's the... there he goes, and then he jumps at you. So if you see him dig down, and you don't wanna block, and you don't wanna dodge, grab the wedge beetles, alright? Let's have a look if he does it one more time. Then I can show you. I'll wait for 3 more moves. If not, then I'll end it. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. If he doesn't do it now, that's fine. Okay, he did it. He did the baseline version. Okay, I'll just kill him. Another one. Delay, and then you block or dodge. And yeah, that's Shu Wu. Not many more monsters left. I think the first video I did was actually Rathian, so I'm gonna skip Rathian. Yeah, I still hope that this was helpful. Like, you've seen every move. I've given you some tips. Take care. I'll talk to you in the next hunt. Don't get bullied, and bye bye.